Welcome musicians. So today we will take a look at some exercises in the key of F major. So there are 3 exercises in total. One is in 9/8, the second is in 4/4 I believe, and this third one is in 6/8. Well, first of all, let's review the key. So we have F major, of course, Do, Re, Mi, Sol, La, Fa, Ti, right? Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do, Ti, La, Sol, Fa, Mi, Re, Do. So whenever you have a B, don't forget to flat it. So in B is Fa, of course. Whenever you hear Fa, just assume this note, the B flat, because it really is in this key. It's Fa. And don't forget to flat the Fa whenever you have it. And everything else is just white keys. So it's a pretty simple key signature, with only one thing really to worry about, is this Fa. Okay, so let's start with the first exercise. I'm going to play it for you. Alright. So the rhythm for the right hand is pretty simple. For both of them actually is pretty simple. So the left hand most of the time is doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The only difference is really in measures 3, for example, in the left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's measure 3. And in the right hand in measure 4, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then the next measure is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you let go on 7. So 7, 8, 9 is a rest. In both hands, actually. Alright, so now that we have that figured out, let's take a look at some other things that might be difficult. For example, leaps. Are there any hard leaps? So for example, in measure 3 in the bass, it's a leap of a perfect fifth. And of course you have a leap of an octave in measure 4 in the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 beats. And I don't think there are any other difficult places. Alright, so let's do the Sol Fa, I guess, of the bass line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do, Ti, Sol, La, Ti, Do, Re, Sol, Fa, Mi, Fa, Sol, Sol, Do, and then rest. 7, 8, 9. Okay, so that was the Sol Fa of the bass. Not terribly difficult. And the right hand just has more notes, but it's not that hard as well. So let's do the Sol Fa of the right hand. 7, 8, 9. Do, Mi, Do, Re, Sol, Fa, Mi, Re, Ti. Do, Re, Mi, Re, Fa, Re, Mi, Re, Do, Ti, Do, Re, Sol, La, Si, Do, Re, Mi, Re, Fa, Re, Do, Ti, Do, Mi, Re, Do. And there's beat 7, on which you should let go. Alright, so now that we have the melody, you can of course rewind the video and practice these if you wish, but we will continue and let's try to play them now. So let's try to play the bass line first. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do, ti, sol, la, ti, do, re, sol, fa, mi, fa, sol, do. Okay, that was the bass. So now let's try the right hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do, mi, do, re, sol, fa, mi, re, ti. Do, re, mi, re, fa, re, mi, re, do. Ti, do, re, sol, la, ti. Do, re, mi, re, fa, re. Do, ti, do, mi, re, do. And there. Good. So now that we have both hands, we can practice them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do, mi, do, re, sol, fa, mi, re, ti. Do, re, mi, re, fa, re, mi, re, do. Ti, do, re, sol, la, ti. Do, re, mi, re, fa, re, do, ti, do, mi, re, do. 7, 8, 9. Okay. So that was the right hand solfa. Now let's do the left hand solfa while doing both hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do, ti, sol, la, ti, do, re, sol, fa, mi, fa, sol, do. And 7, 8, 9. Okay. So there, that was the first exercise. Of course, pause the video anywhere, rewind the video, wherever you need more practice. And we will go on to the second exercise. So the second exercise has the 4/4 time signature. Of course, it has one flat, which is of course F major. And now you see something different, something you have never seen before maybe, or maybe you have. In the last two measures, there's like two brackets, and then it says 1 and 2. And you also have a double bar line with two dots that are to the left of it. The two dots and the double bar line is actually a repeat sign, which means you go to the very beginning of the piece and then you repeat the whole piece again, basically, up to that point. However, you have the two endings, which means the first time you play measures 1, 2, 3, and 4, but the second time it's like you play 1, 2, 3, and 5. So you skip the fourth measure. And technically they're both considered the fourth measure, but visually it looks like there are 5 measures. So you skip the first ending the first time you play it, and the second time you skip it. So let me demonstrate just by playing this piece to you. That's all it is. So, as you saw, I played the first ending the first time and the second ending the second time. And I skipped the first ending the second time, basically. That's all those endings are. Alright, and I don't think there are any other new elements that we haven't seen before. We have seen 4/4 time quite a bit in the first few keys that we did. So there shouldn't be a problem with reading it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Don't forget to subdivide in eighth notes to make sure they're accurate. Alright, so now let's sing the bass line. 2, 3, I guess we can switch to 4. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do, mi, sol, la, fa, re, fa, sol, do, mi, sol, la, fa, do. So once again, don't forget to skip the first ending the second time you do it. And let's do the sol fa of the right hand. 2 and 3 and 4. We can actually maybe take a little slow. 2 and 3 and 4. Do, ti, do, so, so, sol, la, fa, mi, re, fa, la, so, fa, mi, re, do, ti, do, mi, re, do, ti, do, so, so, sol, la, fa, mi, re, fa, la, so, fa, mi, fa, ti, re, do. There it is. So pretty simple. And now we can put them together. Let's sing the top part, I guess, as we put them together. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Do, ti, do, so, sol, la, fa, mi, re, fa, la, so, fa, mi, re, do, ti, do, mi, re, do, ti, do, so, sol, la, fa, mi, re, fa, la, so, fa, mi, re, mi, fa, ti, re, do. And that's all it is. And now let's do the bass sol fa. 4. Do, mi, sol, la, anything else to add here, you can always pause the video and re-watch the parts that you don't understand. And of course, let's do the last exercise. So this one is in 6/8 time. Is there anything? Okay, measures. So first of all, the first measure is actually not the first measure. What do I mean by that? It only has 3 eighth notes, and the key signatures is 6/8 time, which means there should be 6 eighth notes in the measure, but you only see 3 in the first measure. That's because the first measure is actually called a pickup measure, and it's not considered measure 1 of the piece, which means visually measure 2 is considered to be measure 1, and the first measure is considered to be the pickup measure. And of course you begin counting 4, 5, 6 for that pickup measure. It's not 1, 2, 3, it's 4, 5, 6. I guess let me demonstrate. 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What you also may have noticed is that in bar 3, so not counting the pickup measure, in bar 3, you have a more challenging rhythm, you could say. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and 1. So 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 1. So don't forget to give like 3 beats to that note. 4 and 5 and 6. So 5 and 6 for that note. And then you have and for that 16th note. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and. So don't forget to give that note its full value of 3 beats, like 5 and 6. Alright, with that said, the rhythms themselves are not that complicated. You have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3 in the bass, pretty simple. And in the right hand you have 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. And yeah. So now let's do the solfa of the bass. 2, 3, pick up, 5, 6. Mi, re, do, la, sol, la, fa, sol, do, la, fa, sol, do, sol, do. And there. That is B1. So that's the bass, the solfa of the bass. So mi, re, do, la. I guess that's the hardest interval to get. There. And let's do the solfa of the right hand. Mi, fa, sol, do, do, fa, sol, la, ti, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do, do. There, that's beat 1. All right, and now let's put them. Let's play them first. 2, 3. Let's play the bass. Pick up. 5, 6. Mi, re, do, la, sol, la, fa, sol, do, la, fa, sol, do, sol, do, and off. And now let's do the right hand. 1, 2, 3, pick up. 4, fa, sol, do, fa, sol, la, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, fa, re, do, do. 4, 5, 6, let go. Okay, now let's do them together and sing the right hand. 1, 2, 3. Mi, fa, sol, do, fa, sol, la, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, fa, re, do. 6, off. And now let's sing the bass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mi, re, do, la, sol, la, fa, sol, do, la, fa, sol, do. So the last one, do, sol, do. So yeah, that's the whole exercise. So you have learned a few new things today. You learned about the pickup measure. You learned about the endings. And you have also got a bit more practice, hopefully, in the key of F major. So really the only flat that you have to worry about is B flat, which is of course Fa. And the rest should be pretty simple. Then you just have to worry about rhythms and maybe some leaps. But there was quite a lot of stepwise motion still in these exercises. So yeah. In the next video we're going to do some dictations in the key of F major. And I will see you in that video.